They make a house and define the private and public spaces we move within. They symbolize both claustrophobia and freedom. And if they didn't exist, what would you slam when you get angry? The first factory on the journey to creating a door makes the plywood facing. They start by loading logs into a steaming basin. This de-ices them in the winter and softens the wood fibre. The steamed logs line up for the debarker. The operator projects concentric circles and uses a laser to carefully centre the log on the debarker. Positioning is crucial for two reasons: so that as little wood as possible comes off with the bark, and to ensure the debarked log ends up perfectly cylindrical. The next step is called rotary cutting. As the log spins, a lathe skims off a sheet of wood veneer just 0.6 of a millimetre thick. The average log yields 134 linear metres of this veneer. Next, the veneer is unrolled and cut into sheets. Then stacked into sheets by identical grain patterns. Using a laser to position the blade, the stack is cut through to take out any defects. The pieces are then glued together. To make veneer sheets for the front of the door, operators line up the wood's grain and other features in a mirror image. For the back of the door, the side that won't be on show, the defective parts are assembled from bits cut out earlier. 3 veneer sheets are used to make up the plywood door facing. Glue is applied to both sides of one sheet, then it's sandwiched between the 2 other sheets. Operators feed the 3 sheets through a hot press at more than 100 degrees Celsius. In a minute and a half, the glue cures and those 3 sheets of veneer become a 3-ply panel of plywood. The panel is then sanded. Plywood door facings can be made from more than 15 different species of wood, from birch and oak to maple and mahogany. At the second factory, the core of the door is fabricated. Strips of wood are glued together to form the middle, which is then framed with pieces of white pine. A press pushes the core pieces together, then activates the glue, not by heat as most presses do, but by microwaves. Next, the core is sanded and calibrated. After the glue machine coats the core, a plywood door facing is glued onto each side. It's then into a cold press for half an hour until the glue dries. The doors take a journey to have its edges beveled and cut to the exact height. A machine gouges the recess needed for hinges. Then another machine cuts the hole for the knob. The finishing process takes just 70 seconds per door. One side is sanded, stained and sealed, then sanded again and varnished. It's a process that once took craftsmen days to complete, and if you're not happy with these, you can always take a trip down the reclamation yard.